Chapter 1, Buckle Up, Buttercups. We're going to theme park heaven. Hey everybody, Jimmy Kimmel here, and welcome to Foodbook's Top 20 Theme Parks Around the World. We're talking roller coasters, churros, and family fun. Over the next hour, we're going to take you on a wild ride. Disneyland, Universal Studios, and more. Hold on to your Mickey Mouse ears. We're diving deep into each park. Half the fun is the food. Sweet local tunes in the background. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Chapter 2, Disneyland, California, the happiest place on Earth. First up, we're heading to the OG, the granddaddy of them all, the place where dreams come true and wallets go to die, Disneyland, California. This is where it all began, folks, back in 1955, when Walt Disney himself decided to build a place where adults could feel like kids again, and kids could, well, ride a giant teacup without throwing up. From the moment you walk down Main Street, USA, to the time you finally escape the clutches of the gift shop, Disneyland is a sensory overload in the best possible way. We've got classic rides like Pirates of the Caribbean and the Haunted Mansion, plus newer additions like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And let's not forget about the Matterhorn, which is basically like riding a bobsled through a Swiss Alp, except with less chance of frostbite and more chance of screaming your head off. Trust me, it's a must-do. Chapter 3, Tokyo Disneyland, Japan, where Kawaii meets coasters. Next stop, we're hopping on a plane and jetting off to the land of the rising sun, where we'll be experiencing the magic of Tokyo Disneyland. Now you might be thinking, Jimmy, isn't that just Disneyland with subtitles? And to that I say, have you ever seen a Mickey Mouse pretzel shaped like a panda? That's right, folks. Tokyo Disneyland takes everything we love about the original and injects it with a healthy dose of Japanese culture. Think Hello Kitty meet and greets, traditional Japanese gardens, and enough cherry blossom merchandise to make you think it's spring all year round. But the real star of the show here is the food. We're talking melt-in-your-mouth sushi, steaming bowls of ramen, and these little mochi ice cream balls that are like a party in your mouth. And for all you brave souls out there, they even have squid on a stick. I'm not saying I recommend it, but hey, when in Rome, right? Or, you know, Tokyo. Bonjour! We're leaving the land of talking mice and overpriced churros for a little European adventure. That's right, folks, we're off to Disneyland Paris. Now, you might be thinking, Jimmy, why would I go to Disneyland in France when I can get a decent baguette on every corner in New York? And to that, I say, have you seen the pictures of this place? It's like Cinderella threw up a bunch of castles and roller coasters, and honestly, I am here for it. Disneyland Paris is home to some classic attractions like Big Thunder Mountain and Pirates of the Caribbean, but with a certain je ne sais quoi. Plus, they've got the wildest version of Space Mountain this side of the Milky Way. It's like being shot out of a baguette cannon, so grab your berets and your finest Mickey Mouse ears because we're about to dive into the magic that is Disneyland Paris. All right, folks, buckle up because we're heading back to the States, specifically sunny Orlando, Florida, for a double dose of theme park goodness. First up, it's Universal Studios, Florida, where the movies come to life and you might just bump into a real-life dinosaur. Hopefully not literally, though. Let's be honest, who hasn't dreamed of riding the Hogwarts Express with a wand in hand or battling alongside Optimus Prime? At Universal Studios Florida, you can live out all your wildest cinematic fantasies and maybe even snag a selfie with a minion or two. But hold your horses, or should I say hippogriffs, because Universal Studios Florida isn't just about rides. They've got spectacular shows, immersive experiences, and enough butterbeer to satisfy even the thirstiest wizarding fan. So grab your sunscreen, your comfiest walking shoes, and get ready for a day filled with movie magic, thrills, and maybe even a few celebrity sightings. You never know who you might run into. From the heart-stopping thrills of Universal, we're taking a trip around the globe, all without leaving the magical state of Florida. That's right, folks, we're talking about Epcot. Now, Epcot isn't your typical theme park. It's part educational journey, part global food festival, and all around awesome. Where else can you travel from Mexico to Norway to China all in one afternoon, sampling delicious snacks and drinks along the way? Epcot is a celebration of human innovation, culture, and most importantly, food. They've got everything from Canadian cheddar cheese soup to Moroccan tagines to French pastries, and trust me, you'll want to try it all. So grab your stretchy pants, your appetite for adventure, and get ready to experience the world in a whole new way. Just remember, folks, pace yourselves. You've got a lot of eating and exploring to do. All right, folks, buckle up, because we're heading to Hong Kong Disneyland. And you know what that means? Besides the rides and the mouse ears, it's all about the food, baby. Now, I'm not talking about your average theme park hot dogs here. We're talking authentic Hong Kong-style snacks that'll make your taste buds sing. Imagine biting into a fluffy pineapple bun, still warm from the oven, or popping a delicious pork bun in your mouth. And don't even get me started on the dim sum. Trust me, after a long day of riding Space Mountain and snapping selfies with Mulan, these treats will have you saying "em goi," which I'm told means delicious in Cantonese. Or maybe it means one more Mickey Mouse pretzel, please. Either way, you're gonna love it. Next stop, the land of the rising sun, where we're hitting up Universal Studios Japan. And let me tell you something, folks, this place is bananas. We're talking next-level theme park experiences here. They've got the wizarding world of Harry Potter, where you can finally live out your fantasy of sipping on butterbeer and pretending to be a wizard. And if you're more of a dinosaur fan, well, they've got a whole Jurassic Park section that's more realistic than a Guillermo del Toro movie. So grab your wands, your raincoats, and get ready for some serious fun, Japanese style. Well, folks, we're back in the good old US of A, and this time we're taking you straight to the heart of it all, the Magic Kingdom. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jimmy, I've been there, done that, got the Mickey ears to prove it. But hold your horses, because the Magic Kingdom is always cooking up something new. They've got parades that'll knock your socks off, fireworks shows that'll make you believe in magic again, and enough Mickey Mouse-shaped food to satisfy even the most dedicated cheese-loving rodent enthusiast. And hey, if you're lucky, you might even bump into a certain late-night talk show host who may or may not have a weakness for Dole Whip, just saying. All right, folks, buckle up, because we're heading to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Forget those spinning teacups and giant mice. This place is all about the real stars, the animals. Lions, tigers, elephants, giraffes, you name it, they got it. And it's not just about looking at them in some boring old zoo enclosure. Animal Kingdom is all about immersive experiences. You can hop on the Kilimanjaro safaris and cruise through the African savannah, or brave the Expedition Everest roller coaster. Just watch out for the Yeti. But here's the kicker. Animal Kingdom is also home to Pandora, the world of Avatar. Imagine stepping into the movie, flying on the back of a banshee and exploring those glowing, bioluminescent forests. It's enough to make even Guillermo del Toro jealous. So, whether you're a die-hard animal lover or just a fan of incredible theme park experiences, Animal Kingdom is a must-visit. Just remember, no flash photography, and whatever you do, don't try to feed the Yetis. They're on a strict diet of, well, let's just say you don't want to know. Hold your horses, folks, because we're diving into SeaWorld. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Jimmy, isn't that the place with the killer whales? Well, hold your seahorses, because things have changed. SeaWorld is now all about conservation and education. Don't get me wrong, you can still see those majestic orcas up close and personal, but now you'll learn all about their incredible intelligence and the importance of protecting their ocean home. And let's be real, those shamu shows are pretty darn impressive. Of course, no trip to SeaWorld is complete without some delicious eats. And no, I'm not talking about fish sticks and tartar sauce. We're talking about real, honest-to-goodness gourmet grub. Think juicy burgers, crispy fries, and refreshing beverages. So come for the thrilling rides like Mako and Manta, stay for the incredible animal encounters, and fuel up with some tasty treats. Just remember, no outside food or drinks allowed unless you want to smuggle in some seaweed for your pet seahorse. Annyeonghaseyo! Welcome to Lotte World, South Korea's answer to Disneyland. This massive park has thrilling rides, dazzling entertainment, and delicious food. Don't miss the gyro drop for a heart-stopping freefall. Families will love the World Monorail with stunning park views. and the giant glass dome, simply magical. It's like stepping into a fairy tale world. Add Lotte World to your South Korea itinerary. All right, we're heading to South Korea, home of K-pop, kimchi, and apparently a theme park called Everland. Everland is like the Disneyland of South Korea. They've got one called Tea Express, made of wood, and the food, bibimbap, kimchi pancakes, Korean fried chicken. Now that's a theme park meal I can get behind. Okay, folks, buckle up because we're going old school today. We're talking about Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, Denmark. It opened in 1843, but Tivoli Gardens, it's still going strong. Why? Because they know how to keep things classy, beautiful gardens, charming architecture, and sophistication. And don't think it's just for old people. They've got roller coasters too. Guten Tag and welcome to Europa-Park in Germany. A theme park in the land of beer, bratwurst, and David Hasselhoff. Look, I don't make the rules. Europa-Park features various European countries. Think of it like Epcot, but with food, rides, and beer. Lots and lots of beer. Prost! All right, amigos, buckle up because we're headed to the sunny shores of Spain. Tapas, thrills, and maybe a little siesta at PortAventura World. Adrenaline-pumping coasters, water parks, and Sesame Street. Big Bird never looked so good. Try the paella, it's authentic and delicious. And the Shambhala coaster, tallest and fastest in Europe. PortAventura World, baby. Buongiorno, food book fans. Get ready to say ciao to pizza, pasta, and awesome roller coasters at Gardaland. It's the Colosseum of theme parks, history, spectacle, and Mamma Mia moments. From thrilling rides like Oblivion to enchanting areas like Fantasy Kingdom, and the food, wood-fired pizzas, creamy pasta, and unique gelato flavors. It's enough to make you want to book a one-way flight. All right, mates, grab your bangers and mash and put on your fanciest rain jacket because we're off to jolly old England, home of Alton Towers. Iconic, historic, and full of surprises. No need to curtsy to ride the roller coasters. More twists and turns than a Shakespearean play, from heart-stopping coasters like Oblivion to family-friendly adventures in CBeebies Land. And the food? Gourmet burgers and fish and chips. Just try not to spill your tea on the rides. Alton Towers has a creepy side too, with Forbidden Valley and the Smiler. All right, folks, buckle up because we're headed to Denmark. No, not for a Bergman Film Festival. We're going to Legoland. You know, that magical place where everything is awesome and made of plastic bricks? Now, I'm not saying I've spent hours building elaborate structures out of Legos or anything, but who am I kidding? Of course I have. We all have. And this place takes it to a whole new level. Imagine a theme park entirely constructed from those colourful little blocks. They've got roller coasters, water parks, and even miniature cities, all built with Legos. Can you imagine the dedication, the precision? It's enough to make a grown man weep with joy. Or maybe that's just the sugar rush from all the Danish pastries they have there. Speaking of food, you know, Food Book never disappoints. Legoland Denmark is no exception. Get ready for some classic Danish treats because we're about to dive into the delicious world of Lego-themed snacks and meals that'll make you say, "Jæger Sultan." That's Danish for I'm hungry. Chapter 20. Number 19, Phantasialand, Germany, Guten Tag. All right, strap on your lederhosen and grab a pretzel the size of your head because we're heading to Phantasialand, Germany. This isn't your average amusement park, folks. No, this is a wonderland of imagination, divided into themed areas that will make you think you've teleported around the globe. One minute you're wandering through a medieval castle in mystery, the next you're plunging into the heart of Africa on Black Mamba, their inverted roller coaster. And don't even get me started on Taron, their launch coaster that weaves through the mythical world of Klugheim at speeds that'll make your beer stein fly off. And speaking of beer steins, you know the Germans don't mess around when it comes to food and drinks, so naturally, Phantasialand is a smorgasbord of deliciousness. Giant pretzels, bratwurst that could choke a yak, and enough beer to quench the thirst of 1,000 lederhosen-clad revelers. Prost! Chapter 21. Number 26, Flags Magic Mountain, California. Hold on to your lunch. And for our final stop on our theme park world tour, we're heading back to the good old US of A, to a place that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it one anyway. Six Flags Magic Mountain. This place is basically the Hollywood of roller coasters. You got your big budget blockbusters, your indie darlings, and enough thrills to make your hair stand on end. Now, Magic Mountain is known for one thing and one thing only: having more roller coasters than any other park on Earth. We're talking 19 coasters, people. 19. That's more coasters than I have jokes about Matt Damon, and that's a lot, let me tell you. From the stomach-churning drops of Goliath to the world record-breaking inversions of Twisted Colossus, this park is a coaster enthusiast's dream come true. And if, for some strange reason, you're not a fan of adrenaline-pumping, vomit-inducing rides, well, they have a lazy river. Because even thrill-seekers need a break from the thrills every now and then. Chapter 22. Outro, see you real soon. Well, folks, that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of the world's most amazing theme parks. From the magical lands of Disney to the scream-inducing thrills of roller coaster havens, we've covered it all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find a churro the size of my head and ride a teacup until I puke. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future adventures. We're always cooking up something fun here at Foodbook, so stay tuned for more food, fun, and travel videos coming soon. Until next time, stay hungry, my friends.